Trying to figure out how to incorporate it into other things that we've been talking about, but I'm fascinated with the scene that you wrote. It's like a fantasy, like a daydream, where she imagines that she's in Caso Cerrado.
Yeah.
With
We have all
with Carmen.
Yeah.
It is such. I mean, it's like that in Sábado Gigante, and which you
Yeah.
mention a lot in the novel, and so I'm interested in the ways that you are interested in the past in Colombia and then the diaspora in Miami, but then also
Yeah.
the Spanish Channel TV shows feels very Miami.
Yeah,
To
I mean,
me.
it is.
And then imagining the character in Caso Cerrado with Carmen
Yeah.
as an episode. Like, what was that writing that seemed like?
Yeah. So does people know what Caso Cerrado is? A few people. Yeah, it's a lot of people here. So for those of you who don't know, it's like Judge Judy for Latinos, basically, in Miami. And actually, side note, La Doctora Polo was the lawyer for one person in my family who I'm not gonna disclose the whole thing around.
No way.
But my family is so Miami that she was. It's like Judge Judy being like the lawyer for something, like that level of like tackiness, which I love. Tackiness is like totally my
She
thing.
has a new intro to the show, or maybe this intro has been around for a while, but I was back home for Christmas and my grandmother had it on. And it's like this like reggaeton, like, do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it? And I was like, wait, is this parody or is this the I was like, oh no, it's the actual real intro. Like, wow.
I mean, I think like, so, in Miami, and I think for a lot of, I mean, I grew, when I was in Miami, I only spent 4 years in Miami, but it really marked me because I was 15 when I moved to the States. And I spent my first 4 years, and I was coming from, this big city in Bogota, is like 8 million people in Bogota, and then I went to like the suburbs in Miami, which is like dead, And so my grandmother had the TV on all day also, and my mom was like trying to hustle and like do her thing. And so I spent a lot of time just like, and there's like 3 channels. It's like Univision, Telemundo, and I don't know what else. It's two, Univision and Telemundo. And it's either, La Madrastra or like those Mexican telenovelas or like, Primer Impacto and shit. Like, I love that. It's like, it's so terrible that it's so good, right? And, the TV really seeps into the family life. Like I will come home and my grandma will be like, Mama, you can't go to this place anymore because there's crocodiles there and they're chopping people's bodies. And I'm like, what have you been watching? A TV? It says it on the TV, The TV becomes like another god, especially for like my grandma who didn't have, she had the church as a community, but then she was pretty much in the house all the time, with this TV on constantly in the background. I feel like the TV becomes kind of like this god who's also, where a lot of the ideas were like coming from.